Hey guys, we have been getting a lot of messages from people asking for comments on the Julian arsehole topic. So the very fact that it's become a topic is one of the main reasons that we haven't made a video about it. So where to start? There's a whole heap of stuff to do with this. So the reason that I am making this video is that there has been a lot of people sending messages and asking and saying different things, and it's just too hard to answer all the different or respond to all the different comments in 50 words or less. So I figured that if I make this video on this channel, that I can just give it to people who ask. The reason I'm not putting it on the other channel is I try really hard on the other channel to keep the channel not about me and not about anything else, just purely about Japan. And that's been the focus over there, and that's what I really try and do. Just because, you know, there's all different people that do things different ways on YouTube, and that's all fine. But I think there's more than enough people talking about themselves already, and there's enough people talking about each other already, that we don't really need more people doing that, I don't think. So I think that Japan is more interesting a topic than, for me, is more interesting a topic than anything else. So that's why the Japan channel is about Japan, and that's why you won't sort of see videos on there about anything else, because the topic's Japan. And even though this arsehole has sort of got himself a bit of a connection to Japan through he made a video talking about, those of you who don't know about this arsehole, he made a video talking about how you can, you know, he's one of these guys that talks about gaming women, you know, how to game girls and how to play girls and how to get girls and all that sort of shit. And he made a video talking about how to molest Japanese women. So how to get hold of a Japanese girl and molest her and get away with it, sort of thing. And it was a whole heap of shit, basically, because the guy obviously had no idea at all about Japanese ladies at all. One would suggest that he knows nothing about any ladies at all, of any nationality, but in particular Japanese ladies. You know, he was sort of saying that you can do whatever you want and they'll just laugh. And no, you can't do just whatever you want and they'll just laugh. What he's mistaking is the fact that Japanese ladies' reaction to assholes and to uncomfortable situations often is just to laugh. And we've made videos about this before on the Japan channel. And he knows so little about Japanese culture that he doesn't realise that, you know, in actual fact they're thinking he's an asshole, and everybody around that's watching is thinking he's an asshole, and he's an asshole, right? And the fact that the Japanese women are laughing doesn't mean that anything positive at all about his bullshit. So, but anyway, that's not the point. Interestingly, that video has disappeared because some people sent me links to it, and when I clicked on them, the video was taken down and made private. So it's possible that he realised that he was getting a lot of people reporting him, and he wanted to come to Japan again, and it's possible the immigration department could stop him coming if they think he's not a person of good character, which obviously he isn't. So having said all that, yes, that's why it's not. That's why this video isn't on the Japan channel. But also, there's another reason that I haven't made a video in response to his bullshit, is because some people are saying, let's talk about it because we can help stop him, you know, and already they've got petitions going, and already some hotels have refused to book him, and some conference centres have refused to book him, and there's other people who are campaigning to get petitions signed to try and stop him getting visas to different countries and things like that. And look, I think those things, those ideas and those the aims of those people are very good, and I wish them well, and I hope that all goes well for them. And you know, if you do see any petitions against this arsehole, that, you know, obviously supporting those petitions and signing those petitions is a good thing. Any of you who want to put any links underneath this video to petitions, only to petitions, please. I don't want to get into one of these vlogging groups where we have people posting videos to other people's videos, posting links to other people's videos. I don't want to do that. But anybody who wants to post any links directly to petitions underneath this video are certainly welcome. YouTube usually picks up on stuff like that and calls it spam and stops it being public, but if I see any of that, I'll make sure it's unspammed so that people can see it. So definitely, yes, let's support these petitions. But having said that, there are a million examples on YouTube of assholes who remain famous despite being assholes. Now, recently we had the thing with Sam Pepper on YouTube, who had, we made a video about this already, who had made a video of himself groping women in public, right? So him and this other asshole are sort of similar sort of people. You know, they think it's all very funny to grope women, to give, you know, grope women without their permission and give them unwanted gropings. And they both seem to find that amusing and acceptable. And of course Sam Pepper made another video pretending that it was all just a hoax and that he was only doing it to draw attention to women being molested, which is, you know, but half the population went, oh, you're full of shit, and realised that, and that, you know, there's a lot of people who went, oh, you're full of shit. First thing you did wrong was molesting people. The second thing you did was made another video lying about it and pretending that it was all part of your clever plan, you know. However, you will notice that arsehole is still popular on YouTube. And this is my point, is that the way that these internet personalities work, and the way that is that they only need a very, very small percentage of the population to support them, and they can achieve what they want to achieve, which is usually some sort of fame, whatever that is, and money. And they only need a very small percentage of the population to achieve that. So, you know, guys like Sam Pepper, who's obviously an arsehole, a wanker. I mean, he's all right. He's just a stupid little boy, really. I don't think he's a bad person. He's just a stupid little boy, and he does stupid shit. You know, I think a lot of these guys, they don't really understand people. They don't really understand women. Many of them, it's obvious they don't have good relationships with women, because anybody who had good relationships with women would understand how women think. I mean, nobody understands totally what women think, of course, but you know, if you've got ladies in your life, if you've got a mother and a sister and female friends and girlfriends and wives and, you know, daughters, and if you have women in your life who you are close to and you have a good relationship with, you know what makes them tick as far as men's behaviour is concerned. And when you see someone like Sam Pepper out feeling up women in public and all the young guys laughing at it, people who have good relationships with women know how those women in their lives would react to that. You know, I've got a sister who'd punch him in the mouth, you know, and I've got a mother who'd give him a telling off, and I've got, you know, when you think about how the women in your life would react to him, you understand he's full of shit, you know. And it's the same as this Julien arsehole person. Is he gets up and talks to all these losers, and we'll get to that in a second, but he gets up and talks all his nonsense, and anybody who has good relationships with some women in their lives know how they would react to his bullshit. You know, he goes about gaming women and playing women and how he's going to do this and do this, and as he was doing the one about the Japanese ladies, before it got made private, I saw it, and he was, that's a big solar farm, that one, and before it got taken down, I saw it, and as I'm listening to him, I'm imagining how the Japanese ladies in my life would react to him, you know, and he'd fail abysmally. It wouldn't work on any of the Japanese ladies that I know. He's underestimating their intelligence. He's underestimating what motivates ladies in the first place. He just has no idea. He just has no idea at all, and it's obvious, you know. And so that leads, but just before I move on from that, the point is that there's a percentage of the male population who have no idea how ladies think, who don't have good relationships with women, and so as a result of that, they don't understand how ladies think. They don't have good relationships with women, and those sort of guys are the ones who think that guys like Julien arsehole are really amazing and really cool. Because he gets up there and bullshits and lies about how he games all these women and he gets all these women, and those assholes actually pay money to listen to him tell his lies, because as much as an arsehole as he is, they're even worse. You know, they know less about women than he does, which is really saying something, because he knows nothing, you know, and so that they think he's got all the answers, and they think that he's the man, and they pay money to see him, and that will always be the case. So even if we campaign Japanese embassy and Japanese immigration department to stop him coming to Japan. And even if we campaign all the different venues that he books into to stop him booking into those venues, and even if we're successful with all those campaigns, there will, because of the way our societies work in regards to free speech, it's the same reason the Ku Klux Klan can still stand up in America and sprout all their hate and all their bullshit, is because our societies rightfully allow free speech, and that includes assholes. And because of that, you will never stop him. And because there's that percentage of losers in the population who are suckered in. I mean, the internet's full of this, you know. That's why I'm always making videos about these con jobs and manipulators and people, because that's who these people work on, you know. And the people who are really skilled, and the companies that are really skilled at manipulating people, you know, that's who they work on. They work on the people with weak minds that are easily manipulated, you know. And a male person with a weak mind, if you give him the opportunity, you know, some loser who never has a girlfriend and he's just a pathetic failure in life, and you tell him you've got all the answers to how he can get women, that's the sort of guy who'll pay money to go and sit in that guy's audience. And there will always be guys like that. And I mean, in actual fact, they're the assholes we should focus on. You know, they're the ones that we should be standing outside these venues and shaming those guys. But even then, they're such losers that they wouldn't understand that, they wouldn't get it, you know. And I was thinking we should shame them so that the women in their lives can see what losers they are. Well, women in their lives will already know what losers they are. So the point is, we will never be able to get rid of their audience. There will always be an audience for assholes. I mean, the internet, there's a million examples on the internet. How many dickheads do you know on the internet that are famous, you know, that have huge followings and make lots of money because so many people, you know, listen to what they have to say, you know. And that's just the way it is, because and fortunately we have a world where free speech is a popular thing, and that's a good thing. But the downside of that is occasionally you're going to get someone who's got something ridiculous to say, or something bad to say, or, I mean, you know, there'd be people that would call the dude evil. If you've got ladies in your life that you love, and you hear a guy like this talking with such disrespect about ladies and about how to get ladies, and basically treating ladies like objects for his entertainment, is what he wants to do. Whether he actually gets to do that is another issue, but that's what he wants to do, and that's what his audience want to do. And unfortunately, even though that's a really pathetic, bad motivation, we still have to support his right to free speech, and he's still going to have free speech. We can never stop that. And I think that the guys like him just work on numbers. You know, he only needs a really, really tiny percentage of the population to pay him money to come and listen to his bullshit, and he makes a lot of money. And there's a lot of people on the internet at the moment who think that attacking him and pointing out what an asshole he is going to stop him. And that's fine if they believe that. My belief is that the more exposure we give him and the more we talk about him, the more you're going to attract that tiny little percentage of assholes. Because a lot of you guys will click on his video to see what he's about and will go, what a dickhead, and probably leave a comment on his video saying you're a dickhead. But even by doing that, we've helped him, because we've helped increase his audience on YouTube. And then there's a small percentage of people who are going to click on his video and like what he's got to say, and either pay money to go see him or just support him by watching his videos. So my feeling is that whatever damage we can do to him, which we'd like to do to him, and whatever damage we can actually do with the petitions and making videos about him and everything else, is not going to offset the extra number of people who see him as a result of that exposure, you know, because there'll always be that small percentage of assholes who want to hear what he's got to say and are prepared to pay money for it, and there'll always be a venue. So even if we stop him coming to Japan, which I really hope we do, because we don't need assholes like that here giving us a bad reputation, you know, so I really hope we can stop him coming to Japan. But even if we do stop him coming to Japan, and then we stop him to going to another country, and, you know, confine him to America, even in America, he's still going to have an audience. He'll still have an audience, and even if you do manage to stop him going to this venue and stop him going to that venue, he'll still he'll still get a venue. There'll still be some venue somewhere who'll say, no, well, he's an asshole, but he's got a right to free speech. Someone will take his money. Someone will take his money to let him stand up and talk in their venue. It's going to happen, you know. And the other thing is, this is like prohibition. You know, it's like banning marijuana, isn't it? You know, or banning alcohol, like we did during prohibition. It doesn't stop it, you know. And the more we talk about this guy, the more a small percentage of assholes are going to listen to him and think, oh wow, this guy's really got it sorted out. This guy really knows what it's about. You know, and you watch, guys, there's a million examples of this on the internet. Sam Pepper's still there. You know, the guy molested women and filmed himself doing it, put it on YouTube and made money from it, right? And even though a whole bunch of sensible people went, this guy's an asshole, he's still there. He's still there being an asshole and getting paid for it. You know, he's not an asshole. I don't think Sam Pepper's a bad guy. He's just stupid. And I think a lot of these guys are like that. This Julian person, he is a bad person, I think. He just shows, he's probably psychopathic, you know. 1% of the population is psychopathic, and one of the symptoms, doesn't mean that they're going around killing people with a knife, it just means that they lack compassion and don't understand the effect, the damage that they have on other people. So guys like that Julian arsehole, he lacks compassion, because those of us who have ladies in our life that we love, we can't do damage to other ladies or do anything that hurts other ladies because of the compassion that we have for other human beings, you know. But guys like this Julian clown who can make money out of talking about, you know, groping, it's sexual assault, it's physical assault. If you touch someone who doesn't want to be touched, it's assault. And in different countries that comes with different penalties. But it's assault. And it's a bad thing to do, you know. So that's why, you know, basically that's why I think the more we talk about this guy, the more good it's going to do him, really. I don't think we're not going to stop him. We can't stop him. There's no real way that you're going to stop a guy like that. So that explains why, you know, another reason we didn't put the video on the other channel. I can put it on this channel, talk about it on this channel, because only a handful of people are going to see it. And so it's, you know, it's not doing him a lot of good, you know, posting it here where a handful of people are going to see it. But that's the answer. So this video is made to answer those people who've said, why haven't you made a video about it, and what do you think about it and everything else. Well, obviously I think he's an asshole, and I think he's full of shit. And the other thing is that you young guys that are listening to this, you know, don't listen to any of these wankers that tell you how to game women. You know, those guys are showing how stupid they are, that they underestimate women's understanding. You know, in actual fact, most ladies have an intuition about personalities and communication and skills. Ladies' skills when it comes to communication and understanding other people are often stronger than those of the average dude, you know. They just have inbuilt intuitions about things. That's why our mothers are always harder to fool than our fathers, you know, because ladies are good communicators usually. I mean, this is all big generalizations, right? But you guys know, think about the people in your lives. Think about how easy it was to get something past your father, how hard it was to get the same thing past your mother, you know. And there's, you know, think about all the different ladies in your life, usually good communicators and really intuitive about what people are really about, you know. And you know, it's just bullshit. Anytime you hear some guy talking about gaming women, playing women, you know, fuck, you know, they're assholes. And if you don't have any women in your life that you have a good relationship with, you know, mother, sister, friend, neighbor, somebody, if you don't have anybody, any ladies in your life that you have a good relationship with, just try to see that this sort of thinking about other human beings is really low. It's really, really low, and it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You know, the guys, if you know any guys in your life that do have a lot of girlfriends and have had a lot of girlfriends and tend to be really popular with girls, they're genuinely sincere people, usually. I mean, you do get the occasional asshole that's manipulative and that gets away with it a bit, but usually the guys that are most popular with ladies are usually the guys that are genuine. You know, if you want to attract attention from ladies, be genuine. You know, be genuinely nice and be, you know, don't lie, don't try and trick anybody. you know, just be a genuine person and lead a good life, an interesting life where you're doing interesting, good things. That's how you get popular with girls. It's the same as you get popular with anybody. I mean, think about who you like to be around in your life. You know, the people that you like to be around in your life, they're usually interesting people who do interesting things, who are nice to you. Well, there you go. You know, you want to get on with ladies? There's a start. Think about what you like about other people and which people you like to hang around. That's what it is. It's not manipulating people that game you or play you, manipulate you, bullshit to you and play silly games. That doesn't work, does it? Sooner or later, the people around people like that can see the real person. You know, people can only play those silly games and manipulations so long, and then slowly other people go, oh, wait a minute, this guy's an asshole. You know, Julian Arsehole is a big arsehole. Might be a good place to leave this video, I think. The final word on the topic. He's an arsehole. Probably psychopathic. But either way, he's an arsehole. He is an arsehole. Nothing more to say. More videos coming soon.